What's up, Colo Nation? Welcome to another episode of our Road to Rank series, where we attempt to climb to the top of the VGC leaderboards, and that we shall. In our last episode, we went 3-0 for the second episode in a row. We're doing 3 more battles today, and we've actually had um, some mixed experience as of late. Let me just find my records right now. Currently, we are at 37, 21, and 17, I believe. We went through a really rough patch yesterday of games, but I was, doing some off of the recording, whatever. And we're back here now trying to gain our place back at the standings, so here we go. Gonna use the same team as last episode. I want to thank you guys for continuing to watch these videos. If you could, please hit that like button and give a sub to Colo Nation. We really appreciate it. I love you guys so much. And here we go. We are going to be going on to Battle Spot Doubles. Anticipation for regionals is really big right now. As our team for this is the same as we have the last episode. Sylveon, Terrakion, Hydreigon, Charizard, Aegislash, and Thundurus. Trying to test my other team that I'm actually going to be running at regionals out. So I hope that goes really well, and I'm going to have fun with it regardless. And that is a Facebook notification that will not be happening, so let me just click that out real quick. Sorry, guys. Alright, we should be fine now. So we're going to challenge now, go to our first battle. We are 21-17 with a 1547 record. Record rating, whatever. Got my pen out. And let's just write up our notes here. As a VGC player, I cannot stress enough the importance of taking notes at any competition, especially if you end up finding someone that you found in Swiss in Top Cut. As our opponent, Joe from Canada, has Aerodactyl, Venusaur, Ninetales, Azumarill, Gengar, and Crobat. So let's get that down. Aerosaur, Tails. Alright, so right off the bat, I can reasonably assume that that's a Chlorophyll Venusaur. And we're gonna start off with Hydreigon. I think we outspeed in the sun. And we'll go with Thundurus as well, so we can get a taunt off. You're not going to be sleep powdering anything today. So we're going to start with Hydreigon and Thundurus as our lead. Looking at the rest of the team, we might be also facing Tailwind if he fears that. So that Aerodactyl is going to be an issue no matter what right now. So we're gonna bring Aegislash in the back, get some flash cannons off. Also has some pretty good resistances against the rest of the team. But at the same time, we could always go instead with the Terrakion, only because it doesn't have that ghost weakness. And to wrap things up, I'm debating bringing Charizard or not, because that Sun actually will help my opponent a lot. But at the same time, I feel like that's going to be a Mega Gengar or Venusaur, so I'm not really sure. Assuming it's Sash Venusaur, though. But then I look up at the Aerodactyl and think that might be a Mega, since you're not going to be able to have 2 Sash on the team. So I'm kind of a little nervous about what that is up there. It might be Mega Aerodactyl for all I know. Sun Venusaur, Chlorophyll, and so on, which is what I'm kind of leaning towards. So it's good that we can get that first hit done with Hydreigon on the first turn. But anyway, we're going to put Charizard in the back, and hopefully we do well. Here we go. And I lost my pen. Where is my pen? Here it is. Alright. Opponent's going to lead with Aerodactyl and Crobat. I'm assuming now that this is Tailwind, or Tailwind Crobat with Mega Aerodactyl. So right off the bat, we're going to go and we're going to use, I don't want to let that thing get up a Tailwind, so actually I mean, it's going to probably get it up regardless. I don't think it's Sash, but at the same time, I'm pretty sure it'll get up regardless. So we're going to go with Draco Meteor onto the Crobat, and we'll Thunderbolt the, actually, we could always hit in power, but, I don't know if the Thundurus is going to use Protector on it. It might, not Thundurus, the Aerodactyl is going to use Protector or not. So I'm really tempted to not attack it this turn. But in anywho, we're going to go with Dark Pulse in case we can get a flinch, and we'll be using Thunder Wave on the Aerodactyl. So we are going to see the Mega Aerodactyl on that first turn. As we get the Thunder Wave off, that is going to hit the Aerodactyl. And Dark Pulse is going to go off. That's going to hit the Crobat now. Doing well over half damage as Rock Slide does connect. That is going to hit both Pokemon. And Thundurus is going to be brought down to a little under half health, where its Citrus Berry is going to be activated. As Cross Poison connects, that is going to hit the Hydreigon, which is going to live that. So that was a decent turn 1. And we're going to go with Dark Pulse on Crobat. We'll go with a Hidden Power. I want to say we'll use Hidden Power onto Aerodactyl. So we're going to see a Quick Guard come through here. I am not using any priority moves, so we are fine. As we get that Dark Pulse off, that is going to knock out the Crobat. And we're going to be able to connect here with a Hidden Power. Ice, hopefully being able to catch that knockout. But it is really bulky, being a Mega Aerodactyl, so that did not happen. As both Pokemon do get hit with the Rock Slide, this might knock out both of them. Actually, Hydreigon does live that, as we do lose Thundurus to the Rock Slide. And we're going to bring out Terrakion here. I wonder what my opponent's actually going to bring out now. They might bring out a Azumarill if they have it. They have a Azumarill, it's probably coming out here. He might be debating between that and Gengar. But Ninetales is going to actually come out. Alright, interesting choice. Alright, so we're going to go, and we're going to use, go for the Dark Pulse onto Aerodactyl, and we're just going to go for a straight Stone Edge onto Ninetales. We're going to try to knock it out in one turn. Hopefully it decides to Will-O-Wisp us or something. But getting that paralysis on Aerodactyl was crucial, being that it would outspeed the rest of our team throughout the game. So that would have been really bad on our end if Hydreigon had gone down and we hadn't paralyzed Aerodactyl on turn 1. So we were lucky enough to pick the right Pokeball to paralyze. I don't know if Dark Pulse can kill at this range, to be honest. But all I have to do is get Charizard in if Hydreigon goes down after I get a Dark Pulse it, and I'll be able to basically Heat Wave the rest of the game. Or even then I can always attack with that. Ooh, that is a Scarf Ninetales. That is going to hit the Terrakion. Will it be enough to knock it out? No, it will not. We are going to survive that, thank God. As we get the Dark Pulse off, that is going to hit the Aerodactyl. And we're going to be able to knock out that Mega Aerodactyl and hit the Ninetales. That is going to knock that out as well. With a critical hit, which is great for us. Giving us a 3-1 advantage for the battle. Venusaur's going to come out now. I'm just going to go for the Dark Pulse. And we're going to Protect here onto Terrakion. Oh, and by the way, if you would like to have a Wi-Fi battle with me, VGC rules, please add my friend code, which is on the lower right corner of the screen, and leave your friend code and game name on the bottom, the section below in the comment section. Says Solar Beam goes into protection. Dark Pulse is going to go off, and that is going to bring it to half health or so. So we're actually going to go for another Dark Pulse here. And I am going to reasonably assume that he's not going to target the Hydreigon. He might target the Hydreigon, but Giga Drain actually going to connect with Terrakion, knocking that out. We do get the Dark Pulse off on this turn. And we're going to send out Charizard now. And this should wrap things up. Because if I believe it right, the sun does fade after this turn. So even if we don't get the hit off, all we have to do is wait for the sun to come back. Whatever. No, the sun's going to fade after this turn, so we are going to outspeed, I believe. I don't think he's going to be putting us to sleep on this turn. I mean, he might, but Sludge Bomb is going to connect. That is going to hit the Charizard. We're still going to be able to get off a Dark Pulse, and that is going to be game. So let's notch that off as a win for the first game of our Road to Ranked, and I'm hoping for another one. That was a good battle by my opponent. And we will continue on to our next battle. So we've managed to climb back up to a 1560 rating. We're almost at 40 battles. Our opponent is from Japan, and their team is Terrakion, Whimsicott, Tyranitar, Moongus, Landorus, and Aegislash. So we got a Sand team going here. Sand and Terracotta. Reasonably assuming that that's going to be the lead. So we're gonna go with Aegislash and Terrakion as our lead. So no, we're gonna go with we'll go with Aegislash and Terrakion. We'll bring in Hydreigon for cleanup after Terrakion gets nerfed turn 1. You know, we could also go with Thundurus. Hopefully get an attack off right in the first turn. It's probably the better idea actually. We'll go with Hydreigon third and Terrakion fourth. And that's gonna be our team. We're gonna leave Charizard in the back. I mean, we don't really have too much to deal with Aegislash, but I don't see it. I can see it potentially being an issue, actually, but Moongus too. We're gonna switch Terrakion with Charizard. Alright, and here we go. And our opponent is going to begin by sending out Whimsicott and Terrakion. Aegislash and Thundurus are going to come out in the first turn. Probably going to see a Stone Edge or Rock Slide come out. So, not even going to bother. We're going to go with Flashkin. And we'll be hitting... We'll hit... No, this will probably beat up, actually. We're going to use Thunder Wave onto Whimsicott. Protect is going to come off. That's going to connect with the Whimsicott, as both Pokemon do use Protect. Trying to scout out our moves. Well, King's Shield here, we're going to actually go for the Thunderbolt onto Terrakion. Expecting a taunt from Whimsicott and possibly a rock move from Terrakion onto the Thundurus. So we're going to see Beat Up hit the Terrakion. Chances are it's going to be a Rock Slide of some sort, but Rock Slide is going to go and hit the Thundurus. Probably going to knock it out, as it does. Let's send out a Hydreigon next. We're going to go with Flash Cannon again, and we'll hit Terrakion with a Draco Meteor. Probably a Lump Set. Great. What just happened? Protect. Encore. Alright. Hmm. Such a Charizard. Actually, no, he might expect the switch, actually. So let's stay in and use King Shield again and just kind of go with it. And we'll use Draco Meteor onto Terrakion. We're going to see Age of Slash come out now. Doesn't really hurt me because I am Scarfed. But that Draco is not going to do much at all to my opponent's Pokemon. Hmm. Burn another King Shield. We'll switch out now at the Charizard. And we can reasonably expect a Moonblast to be incoming, unless he decides to beat up Age of Slash and use Shadow Ball or something. He's actually going to withdraw the Whimsicott now. In its place, he's going to send out Tyranitar. Which isn't entirely bad. It's not really good, but we're probably going to get with a Shadow Ball here. And that's going to go into Age of Slash, I'm assuming. Activating our weakness policy. Alright. So now what we're going to do, we're going to go with the Y guard. So it's because I feel like a Rock Slide is going to be incoming. We're actually going to Solar Beam the Tyranitar. So I think he's going to King Shield. Protect on the Tyranitar. And we are going to get the King Shield. Which means he might Mega Evolve on this turn. I don't remember if I'm able to survive T-Tar's Rock Slide. I might be able to, depending on the spread. So we'll be going for the Heat Wave here, and the Flash Cannon onto Tyranitar. So he does Mega Evolve, getting rid of my my Sun, which might be an issue. At least the Heat Wave does connect. And we are going to be able to bring the Aegislash down to reasonable levels. Crunch is going to hit my Aegislash. Oh, my Charizard, I'm sorry. Surprised we didn't see a Rock Slide here, but I am going to be able to get the attack off and eliminate that Tyranitar on this turn. I'm just curious to see if he decides to attack my Charizard or my Aegislash, because it could turn out very differently depending on which Pokemon gets attacked. As he goes for Shadow Ball, excuse me. So he goes for Shadow Ball on the Aegislash, which does complicate things a little bit, but there's still a chance, a reasonable chance, depending on what he decides to send out next. So basically what I have to do, if he sends out Landorus, which I don't know if he has or not. I don't think this is Whimsicott, isn't it? Yep, this is Whimsicott. Oh yeah, it's Terrakion and Whimsicott still. So what I have to do here, I just have to keep spamming Heat Wave, honestly. Because what he's going to do, he's going to try to force me into using Heat Wave over and over again. But that's kind of okay with me after this turn, so we're going to go for the Heat Wave, and then we'll use Dark Pulse on, what's his face? On the Aegislash slot. Wild Guard is going to come out, which means he's going to use an Encore. I'm assuming he'll use Encore. Yep, he's going to use Encore, and that's going to go on the Charizard, which is actually fine with me because I do have Dark Pulse right now going. So we're going to be able to eliminate the Aegislash on this turn. What I should have done was use Fire Blast, because if I used Fire Blast and got rid of Whimsicott first, I would have been able to be fine. Terrakion is going to come out. It's barely got any damage on it, honestly. And we have to basically hope that these Dark Pulses are able to stop it from attacking. We do see the Protect here. We are going to be able to get off a Heat Wave. Tailwind is going to go up, but we are going to get off a Heat Wave here. Sandstorm damage is going to be able to knock out my opponent's Pokemon. Okay, so I didn't avoid the attack. We should be able to knock it out with that hit. So we're gonna go for Dark Pulse, and we're gonna go for Heat Wave and hopefully get a burn. We need a flinch and a burn, but it's close combat. I'm just gonna go here. We need a burn and a crit. I don't know how much damage I can do with the Heat Wave right now. Not nearly enough, even with a crit. So we're gonna have to lose this game now, I think. So I can't outspeed. He's just gonna rocks. I need a Rock Slide miss to have a chance at this. So we have to go for the Overheat, and we need a Rock Slide miss. Close combat. He went for the safer play, which was actually a really good idea. Good play by my opponent. Actually ensures the 1-0 victory over me. That was actually pretty smart. Instead of using Rock Slide at the end of that, so. Excuse me. Alright, so we're going to continue on to our third battle of the video. I'm trying to bring in a new team. um, after a couple more episodes of this one. Challenge. Alright, so we got 22 wins, 18 losses out of 40 matches, and we're at a 1543 rating. We're going to try to get up to 1560 again in this episode, hopefully. It means we want to win this battle. Let's see. Alright, so Android from Canada. Our opponent's team is Lipard, Conkeldor, Smeargle, Ditto, Charizard, not Charizard, Venusaur, and Butterfree. Is it really a Butterfree? Alright. So we'll go for Thundurus. We're going to use Thundurus basically to shut down, that. I really want to say that going for Double Kick onto Lipard is the best bet. But at the same time, you know, I think the Lipard might be scared out if I bring it out first turn. Same time, Smeargle's gonna outspeed me regardless. So what I need to do, so what we're gonna let Aegislash and Terrakion go out first. Can't be faked out, obviously. Do I want to bring it? I have Loam on Terrakion. What am I thinking? Of course, that's fine. So we bring out Aegislash and Terrakion. I could honestly even bring out Thundurus and Terrakion. Now I think about it. Bring out Thundurus and Terrakion. We'll bait the Dark Void, whatever, and the fake out. So whatever it doesn't fake out, though. Hydreigon and Terrakion's fine. We'll do that. We'll bring Thundurus in the back, and we'll send Charizard in as well. Alright, here we go, guys. So we got Terrakion and Hydreigon as our lead, and our opponent has brought with them Lipard and Conkeldurr on the first turn. Let's go with a double kick onto Lipard, and we'll Draco Lipard as well. We should be able to survive, not into Lipard actually. We could actually go into, we'll Draco into Conkeldurr, and we'll double kick Lipard. Is that Focus Punch? Alright, so we got Assist coming out. Is this Dark Void? So Dark Void is going to go off. We do have a Lumberry, so we are going to get the double kick off on Lipard. Fortunately, Hydreigon is asleep, but we do get the double kick off onto Lipard. So we're not going to have any assist, which means he does have the Smeargle in the back, however, which is a problem. Focus Punch is going to connect, and that's going to hit the Terrakion. Will it knock it out? Yes, it will knock it out, unfortunately, for us, but let's go with Thundurus now, because we are going to be fine to use Taunt onto Smeargle, if it does decide to come out, and it does. So we're going to use our chance here to get a Taunt off onto it. And we're going to go for another Draco, but that's going to hit the Conkeldurr again. It's probably going to use Focus Punch on us. Conkeldurr goes for Protect at least, which is good, as we're going to gear up and use a Taunt onto that, on the Smeargle, Dark Void, whatever. Trying to think here, my head kind of hurts. Let's see. So we got Smeargle, Conkeldurr, a woken up Hydreigon at least. Um, and we've got Thunder. So let's go with we're gonna double up on Conkeldurr now. Draco and Thunderbolt it. He's probably gonna switch out Smeargle now. Oh, he's going for the Focus Punch again. All right, it's cool. We're gonna go for the Draco Meteor. We're gonna hit that Conkeldurr right off the bat. Not even gonna let it get a Focus Punch up. That is gonna leave it with barely any health, but we are gonna be able to knock it out, I think, with the Thunderbolt. So Circle Throw comes through, throwing Thundurus out. Not bad. So we have the Imposter Ditto now turning into the Charizard. I guess we'll just go for the Heat Wave here, and we will Draco Meteor the Ditto. Heat Wave is going to go off and hit both my Pokemon. Not doing too much damage to either one. So we get our own Heat Wave off. Just going to bring the Smeargle to a Sash and almost kill off the Charizard Ditto Imposter thing. So Moody Boost speed is going to rise as defense is going to fall. Yeah, I really can't remember if that Smeargle's taunt wore off or not, so I'm just going to taunt it again, just for the hell of it. So Follow Me is going to be used, and the taunt did wear off, but we're going to get a taunt off now. And a Heat Wave is going to, of course, connect, but Thundurus is going to avoid the attack, ensuring the win for us. As long as we connect on at least one of his Pokemon this turn. As we hit both, that is going to wipe out both of his Pokemon here. And we were able to defeat our opponent with a 3-0 win. Whew, that was actually a really good match. I hadn't seen Dark Void Smeargle used like that. I'm not used to seeing assist used in like the battle spot, more of showdown. And my trainer does disconnect, so you know, I guess that'll hurt his rating anyway. But if you already lost, you might as well not disconnect. I understand why, maybe to save time, but whatever. Anyway. That's it for today's episode. I want to thank everyone for watching today. If you enjoyed the video, please be sure to leave a like, hit that like button, and subscribe to Colo Nation. Keep us growing as I provide more and more and more content for you guys throughout the week. So thank you guys for watching. This is Al, your ColoKing, and I am checking out.